Angry guy here, and gyms are kicking women out for harassing men. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Gyms are kicking women out for harassing men. Let's just go ahead and jump into the first video.
People are mad at these two women for mocking a guy at the gym. By warming up for a TikTok video. That video is now deleted because of this man right here who called them out for their behavior, but now they're not happy that this man made a video about them calling them out. They even decided to send them a whole paragraph, which I'm not gonna go over everything, but basically one of the girls from the video sent him this saying, take down the video because we're getting threats and people are even sending this to our partners. This is what people had to say, but what do you think? Should we get Joey Swole to make a video about this?
I mean, guys, women have brought this onto themselves. They decided that they wanted to bring this masculine energy to men. They wanted to shame men for just simply existing. I told you, they don't like us. Women in Western society do not like us. And while I do advocate for going overseas and saying that you will find a better deal with foreign women, do not misunderstand that you're going to still find the same toxic behavior in a lot of other countries, including Germany. You know, I agree with Soraya that men have a better shot at finding a quality relationship in a country in Germany. But don't forget that Germany is still a Western country, and you're going to find a lot of that same toxic behavior there. You're going to find it in Germany, you're going to find it in France, you're going to find it in a lot of the other countries. But let's make it clear, when it comes to the United States is by far the absolute worst.
Do you need something? Do you need something? Okay, I thought so. Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym, I work here.
Okay.
Yes. And if you're getting rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let them know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, you can take your stuff and head up front. Alright,
Cut the cameras.
You see, guys, women cannot deal with accountability for anything. They cannot deal with accountability. And the crazy thing is that, you know, they're getting kicked. They're not just getting kicked out of gyms with guys. They're getting kicked out of their own gyms as well. But I mean, guys, look at what these women are doing. They're literally just coming to the gym for attention. They're not there to work out. They're there to shoot TikTok videos. And more gyms are beginning to put up rules that say that you cannot film in this gym, and they're throwing out these women that are doing these things.
You don't have clothes on, you need to be out of here, man.
I do have clothes on.
That's fine.
Go closer.
How's the wife?
That is fine. I work in the industry enough to know. I work in the entertainment field.
He's saying you need to leave. He's not.
I'm not leaving. You have to own her.
No, not report you for decency.
Report me.
Cool.
Good.
I mean, she's covered, so.
Yeah, she's covered.
She's covered, so we're not supposed to videotape her.
And of course, you have these simps that are immediately trying to back her up in her wrongdoing, but it's not going to work. This is, guys, nothing lasts forever, and a lot of men are no longer tolerating the nonsense.
Am I gonna be in the fucking background and break your fucking phone?
What the fuck is your issue, bro?
I don't like to be in the fucking background.
You're not gonna be in the background.
You better not be able to smash your fucking phone.
Fuck off, you bitch.
I mean, do you see how disrespectful this woman is? She thinks that she could film anyone that she wants to. And, you know, men built Western society. Men built this country. It's because men don't want to put up with the nonsense. A lot of dudes don't want to spend the night in jail over some, you know, some Insta thought that is trying to, you know, get views, some TikTok. I don't know what name to call these people, but, you know, some TikTok influencer who's trying to get views so that she can get a couple $100 in her pocket. Like, it's ridiculous. A lot of dudes just don't want to deal with it, but there's some dudes who are willing to go and deal with it. And these women don't seem to understand that you need to stop messing around with grown men. They live in such a privileged society where they no longer realize that men are still bigger, stronger, and that men will stand up for themselves. Most men right now are walking away, and I advise most men to walk away. Do not engage. Don't go down that path. Don't throw your life away over someone who is a joke. I mean, life people will be homeless in the coming years. They're not going to be able to survive. Their names are going to be permanently destroyed. Don't even associate yourself with them. Y'all should be focusing on getting out of the country and moving on, because these women are not worth your energy. They're not worth your attention. They're not worth your time, your money, your any of that, because they don't really have a good future ahead of them. I mean, you can see what's happening right now. A lot of these gyms are closing down. Planet Fitness is suffering. They fired their CEO because they took massive losses as a result of what women are doing. Men are boycotting the gyms. And then even women-only gyms are also shutting down because they don't have enough people to sustain these gyms. And the machine, a lot of women who are going to these gyms, they're finding that the options and equipment just aren't good. Like, for example, a lot of the women don't want to lift weights there. So they go to these gyms and they find like it's just literally like cardio calisthenics, but these women don't want to actually start lifting weights. So if women want to work on their glutes, they're like, the weights aren't even high enough. It's literally some nonsense going on in there. They're like, it's a shame-free zone where they're like, okay, so shame-free basically means that you don't even feel the burn. Like, it's like, what are you really even doing there? And then you also have the gym chicks that they want to show everything off in the male only gyms. So now they're going to female only gyms and they're trying to show everything off in the female only gyms. Like, they are so desperate for attention. Like, it doesn't matter if they're around men or other women. They want attention and they want it badly.
This video is for anyone who is in the gym and the fitness world. I've struggled with body dysmorphia and feeling comfortable in gyms my entire life. And when I found a gym that I felt comfortable in and that I really enjoyed, it changed my life. Now, I need your real, genuine advice on this, because something really, really disappointing happened to me at the last gym I was going to. They actually said something to me that made me feel so uncomfortable that I never wanted to go back there again. So we are going to talk about why I pulled up this photo, and I'll show it to you in a moment. But basically what happened is the owner of the gym came up to me. This is also a very private owned fitness center. It's all women. And I really liked that. So the owner comes up to me and they say, hey, listen, we got to have a quick chat. I'm like, sure, what's going on? And I could sense that something was wrong because the conversation got uncomfortable really quickly. And they said, hey, we got to have a talk about your dress code. I'm like, my dress code? I wear leggings and a sports bra every day. That's just what I wear. And this day in particular, I was wearing these yellow leggings that I'll show to you in a second. And they continued to say, I'm really sorry we have to have this conversation, but apparently you're making a few women feel uncomfortable with the leggings that you wear. My initial reaction is confusion and shock. And then it was more of like embarrassment. I almost felt like shame, even though I shouldn't. And I said, how am I making women feel uncomfortable here? This is supposed to be like a safe space for us, no judgment. And, I wasn't wearing anything that was inappropriate. They're like, yeah, I don't know. There, a few women, more than one, came up to me and said that, the leggings that you wear are, distracting and also offensive. I was like, offensive? When I think of like clothing that is offensive, I mean, if I was walking around in a thong or something, maybe I could understand. Now I'm gonna show you the pants that I was wearing. So these are the pants. I have them in multiple colors. They are bright. My assets do maybe stand out more, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with this. Why am I being shamed by this, especially for a women's gym? I really want your opinion. If you are an owner of a gym, I would love to hear an explanation on why this would be offensive.
Guys, just like how fiat currency always goes back to zero, so it always loses all of its value. Women will always return to men. So no matter what happens, they will always return to men. They will always turn back to men to save them and to rescue them from the consequences of life, consequences of their decisions and the hardships of life. And of course, what did she do? She went to a female only gym. She messed around. She found out. And now she has to go back to a male only gym where she's bringing that same toxic behavior, believing that she can now, do this around men when women would not tolerate it. Because, for example, these women, they didn't want that in their face. They don't want to see all of that in their face. They don't want to tolerate all of that. But men have to tolerate this nonsense. I've said this before, that women could never tolerate the nonsense of a woman in a relationship. If women married women, they would not tolerate the nonsense of a woman in a relationship. And we know this as a fact because when you look at marriage statistics, gay men have the best marriages in the United States, the best. The divorce rate is extremely low amongst gay marriages. They have the absolute longest lasting marriages. Heterosexual marriages are terrible. Okay, they're like 60 to 70% of divorces, and then they end in 60 to 70% of divorces right now. And then the crazy thing about lesbian marriages, they're at like 75 to 85%. So marriages between two women are like 75 to 85% of divorce, and like 75 to 85% of the time in a divorce, while marriages between men are the best marriages. Like men, it says a lot about relationships. Women can't tolerate the nonsense with other women, and women act like they have so much emotional intelligence. This is an absolute lie. Men spend all their time trying to figure out what a woman's issue is because a woman doesn't want to say what the problem is. And then they act like other women are so intuitive and they instantly know what another woman is thinking. That's absolute nonsense. The reason why the other woman knows what her friend is thinking is because she told her. She told her every single thing that has happened while she expects the man to figure it out. Like, this is how miserable it is. And then, guys, it's not that they have better emotional intelligence than men. They're just more emotional than men. Women cannot control their emotions. Okay, this is the thing. The truth is that women learn emotional control from their fathers, and even then they struggle with controlling their emotions throughout their lives, which is the reason why they need a strong masculine man to guide their emotions, because wherever the wind blows, their emotions will go. So when their emotions are getting out of control, they will look to the man and they will push against that masculine man's frame, and they will use his frame to control and regulate their emotions using him, because they will then mirror his behavior. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Gyms are kicking out women for harassing men. What do you guys think regarding all of this? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let's talk about it there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.